it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know, you and me are on the same course. I'm slipping down a chain reaction.
The 2K Sport.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We making noise. Hold on.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. So for the Cavaliers, their last game, a loss to the Pacers in Indiana.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
You've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
On defense, Cleveland. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter. Type of player. Weak makes sense, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. As Greg was talking about, Clark, back to Love, it wasn't his choice to camp out from 3 last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strengths, but Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, Kevin.
And finished off by LeBron.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Mozgov's shot is off.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
That one from long range. Rose has got his second bucket of the night. LeBron with it. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. No good from Irving.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Misses the layup.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
And it's Butler missing. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Heat.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Here's Rose, and it comes off the front of the rim.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me?
Here's Butler. J.R. Smith making his last shot. Out to the right wing. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. The Cavaliers trail by 3. To the paint, here's Mozgov. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Down low. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Rose dishes to Dunleavy. Gasol a screen from outside the arc. No good. Good D by LeBron.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
And Gasol slams it in.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Irving. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Love up top. All sorts of time. And it's Chicago with the rebound. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
In their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Yeah, and that was the difference, really. I mean, you think about it, they didn't knock him down at the same rate, and that hurt him.
Pass to Irving. The kick out to LeBron. And he's good on the 3-ball. James has got 7 points.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Butler passes to Portis. Lets the 3 fly, and that one's good. Portis has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swing, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Irving kicks to James. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game. All right, here's a look at stats for Derrick Rose. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 14 points a night, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Here's James out to Smith. The 3. That's good. Smith's got 5.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That was a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season, seem to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game, and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after.
Now, here is Smith. He's got 8. There's the triple. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's now 11 points for Smith.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
For 3, Dunleavy. Shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now. Love outside. From 15 feet away, Here's Thompson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Let's pop over to our 2K leaderboard to see which power forwards and centers have had the most productive last month offensively. Number 5 is Kevin Love.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
Which is what makes that such an interesting collection of players for me. So much contrast in their methods, but success all around. It goes to show how many posts.
Love, 23 points for him the last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
Boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the line during that game as well, and that's where he got a lot of those points.
And so here is Chicago following the score by Cleveland. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. That one a little long.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass. That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Now, here is Irving. 26 points for him last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game. No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter. He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Trying to find Thompson, he gets it to him. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Irving drives in.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pulls it from 20. Dunleavy's shot is off.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here.
I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Portis. And it would have counted had it fallen. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title.
He sat us down.
Well, when someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. Dub the new big three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
On the court for Cleveland. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Tristan Thompson is out there with Channing Frye. And it's Dellavedova in at the 1. There's Rose with the 3. That's good. Rose has got 8 points.
They're not going to run that play very often. But, hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that 3.
James outside. Thompson left side. Cleveland moving the ball around. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
Taking a look here at the numbers on Pau Gasol. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. 4th in blocks, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
Yeah, he's been dominant as a shot blocker all year. He is a dangerous force inside.
From deep, Rose, and the Bulls, another 3.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Boy, 3 games left until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East will look. We'll take a look at the Cavaliers. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Chicago Bulls, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
Well, I think for Cleveland, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat. They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
That's for sure. I mean, expectations were high for these guys, and they've more than lived up to the hype.
And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history? That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And started hot, and he's only gotten one.
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the 3rd player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other 2, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap, and now they are rolling.
Yeah, back-breaking run, really exposing the weaknesses in their defense. Grown man's power flex with a long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
You know, and talking about D-Rose, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. He's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display.
And it's good.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Down low. Out to Thompson. Pass to Frye. The drive by James. Shumpert gets a wide open look. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last. Chicago leading by 18. Outside Rose. Lets it go from 11. Another one falls for Chicago.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Dellavedova kicks to Frye. To the paint. Will it go? And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
The half-court bomb falls off target. Here's Shumpert. The shot is off. Good D by Gasol. Balanced scoring Clark for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
From deep three-point range, Rose can't get that one to fall. The Cavaliers trail by 18. And it's Dellavedova missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And this gives us a chance to check out some league leaders, the top passing big men since we've entered the season's second half. Pau Gasol, number 2.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
Man, it's so much fun to watch a big guy handling and orchestrating things from the lane. I mean, it causes so many problems when you've got a guy who can score down there who also has vision and an excellent basketball IQ.
Here's Shumpert. Some solid defense from Butler.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this timeout here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
And now Doris.
That athleticism. Yeah. And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Irving's checked in. They're running, pushing it up. Knocked away. James, no good. The Bulls leading by 16. Gasol dishes to Rose. From deep. And it's good. Rose has got 26.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And stolen by Kyrie.